Hey folks, welcome to the lab. So we got a little project here, a little restoration cleanup of one of these. I'm not sure which one yet that I want to clean up. I kind of want to keep one that looks just like I found it, and one that I want to clean up. So what we have here are railroad inspection lanterns, battery powered, made by Star Headlight and Lantern Company. They were originally out of Rochester, New York, but they moved to Honeoye Falls in the early '50s, which is where these were made. And we can take a look here. Yeah, there you go. See Honeoye Falls, New York, which is a suburb of Rochester. And here we have Star Headlight and Lantern Company. Pretty cool. And they still make these. They're not built like this, I don't think. I can't imagine if they are. These are built definitely not like something you buy nowadays, I think. Uh and now I think they call them car inspector lights. Okay, so I think these are pretty. They look like a '50s convertible to me. I think they're cool. So I'm gonna clean one up, and I kind of I'm liking that speckle. This kind of reminds me of the Dietz Blue or Dietz kerosene lanterns. Pretty neat. So, all right, we're gonna clean one of these up, and you can come along for the ride. So these are very much the same. This one that was definitely exposed to the elements longer. This one is intriguing to me, and it has this. Obviously, somebody was adding their own rain protection to it, so they put a gasket of some kind around it. Hopefully, that will remain in nice shape. Maybe I can put that back. Oh, interesting. This one, this is like some kind of polycarbonate or something like that. This sounds like glass. Cool. So I think we're gonna clean this baby up. This one we're gonna leave all weathered like that, and I'm gonna put it on a shelf somewhere, just like that. So this baby can stay in this condition. This one we're gonna clean up. We're not going crazy on this stuff. I'm just having some fun here. I'm not gonna go crazy and painting and stripping and taking every part apart. But we're gonna take it apart and we're gonna clean it. That's what we're gonna do. All right. All right, so let's start by seeing if there's anything in here and how it looks inside. Yeah, it kind of holds the battery there, I would assume. Wow, so basic. That is amazing. Yeah, you just throw a battery in there. It doesn't matter what orientation, because apparently there's that middle post on a 6-volt battery. And you can see where contact for the other spring on a 6-volt as it was kind of moved around there. It looks like people put it in there and kind of went, and you can see the marks. Cool, just so basic. And here's the screws. Those look more like grommets. Yeah, those look like rivets that are holding this base in here. Oh, there's absolutely nothing to see in here and nothing we need to do. It's pristine inside. Okay, we're done, folks. Okay. All right, so that's off. Let's take this thingy off. Wonder what that was. Pretty cool idea for sealing it up. I wonder if there's any O-rings or anything. And the cool thing is it helped preserve things here. By the way, I am such a fan. I mean, I'm a big guy. I got big hands, and this handle is just immense. Great. All right. Let's see if we can get that off. I want to make sure it's not like reverse thread and I'm sitting here looking like a doof. I think it is. Oh, it turned that way. Okay, we got it. Wow, look at the basics of it. That's amazing. Okay, let's check this out. I thought for sure I was going to see the bottom side of a toggle switch, and I played with a lot of toggles, doing electronics and stuff as a kid. Look at that. How cool is that? So here's your toggle switch, on-off switch. That is so cool. All right, and the bulb is intact. It was loose, but that bulb is intact. Man, I'll have to get a battery. Maybe I'll get like a disposable, or not a disposable, but a rechargeable 6-volt. Fire these babies up. Do the old LED upgrade. Maybe I can get like 1,000,000 lumens out of this thing. Okay, let's see here. Keep that bulb over there. Boy, we're kind of running out of stuff to do here, except clean up the outside. And of course, clean up this metal, give it a nice shine. We'll just turn this to its former glory. Well, not going to re-chrome it or anything, but some steel wool on this chrome will bring some shine back. And I don't need to refinish that. I'll just throw some linseed oil on that. That'll look just fine. All right, let's get to it. So first, I'm just going to go over this with some steel wool to hide a lot of this oxidation that happens there. I'm doing it very lightly as to not harm the paint. I may consider some kind of buff for this paint. Bring some shine back to it at some point. Though this steel wool is bringing a little bit of sheen back to it, as you can see. Okay. So I think I'm just going to throw a little 409 on this, get the grime off it, and then we'll go deeper into cleaning off some of this. And I have here a very weathered Scotch-Brite scrubby or nylon, whatever you want to call it. Very mild abrasiveness. Maybe I'll pull that toggle switch out and give it a polish. Hopefully it would go back in. Okay, I'll come back and look at that. Maybe I can polish that without taking it off. I don't like risking, the integrity of mechanisms and things when it comes to cleaning them up. I don't know if it would be beyond my realm or anything. It's just, I find that things rarely go back to where they were supposed to be when you take them apart, especially things that are old like this. Because if you screw it up, where are you going to get the part? All right, so I'll let that dry up a little bit. Just look at it. I'm noticing. See that in the middle of the lens there? Must be some kind of focusing in the glass. All right, so it appears that this is held in with some kind of ring. I'm going to see if I can figure out how to get this out. There's the metal ring. Okay, good. Still in working order. There. Two lenses. So one must be an optical lens and the other one is the glass. That's glass. Well, here's another one that is... Oh, that's in great shape. So that's going to look nice when we're done. This one is another glass one that's glued in. It appears to be glued in. Yeah. It is. And it's glass. Okay, so I don't have to... I thought maybe that was plastic and then I would have to buff it. But I'm questioning why there's two glass ones in here. That's weird. Why two? I don't get it. Okay, well, I don't know if we're going to put two in here. And it's so frosted. Let me clean that up. I just want to look and see what the deal might be with having two of these here. Is one magnifying? Is it changing the optics any? I'm just putting some Windex on here just to see what it's made of. Maybe it's a diffuser of some kind, because it's not. It's smoky. It's not clear. So it must be a diffuser to make it more floody like rather than a beam. Okay, so there's that. This one here, let's clean this up. I'm going to assume that this one's clear. Maybe this is just, I don't know. Interesting. Also is a diffuser. Okay. And that's got a nice seal to it all the way around, I can see. So I'm not going to mess with that. That's going to stay in there. I can work around that. So I think I'm going to take a very mild wheel, nylon wheel to this to get that rust off of there and bring back some of this nice shiny metal. All right, let's try this out with this nylon bit. Well, might need a little more abrasiveness. Well, it helped, but very little. It's not going to give up its rust. Okay, let me just bump up. I'm going to go up 1 grade in a nylon bit and try it. So this is a 400 grit. This was an 800. And I have some 1,000 grit coming in the mail tomorrow. That'll be fun for more of a buffing kind of thing going on. Okay, let's try this out. Ah, that's much better. Okay. And I'll go over this with some steel wool just to kind of give it a bit of sheen. I'm going on it very lightly as to more of a polishing than a grinding. Yeah, that helped a lot along the sides here. Didn't get rid of all of it, but got rid of a lot of it. Okay, great. So, and before I reassemble, I'll go and hit these with some Windex again. These frosty. It's interesting that there's 2 though. It's like doubling up on the diffusion. I'm curious as to whether you can, at least back when these were made, maybe you could order a particular style that gave you more diffusion. It was more of a floodlight. Probably. Because these are both frosty. Okay. I'm not going to put them together until they're clean again. Then we got our ring there. There. Now, that's aluminum. And that is riveted on. Can't take that off. I could take the handle off, but again, why not? Why? Why would I need to? I don't need to. Not with this. This is going to be a pretty simple and straightforward cleanup. I'm trying to do this in one direction as to not make swirls in the aluminum. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Oh yeah, I think we're going to get a good amount of this original chrome here. So there's the side that cleaned up nice, and then that one we didn't do yet. So let's hit this one up here. Looking beauteous. Just gonna run a little steel wool around the threading here. Make sure that we go back nice and clean and tight on there with the lens. Okay, I kind of want to concentrate on this little switch here because those are the kind of things that I like. These shiny little switches. How do I want to approach this little switch? I'm going to try a little wire wheel on there to shine up them little screws there. I got a little more control of this because it doesn't go flying off the edge as much as these nylon bits do. Let's see what we can do on a small scale.
That's nice. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
That's pretty much what I wanted right there. Nice. Shined up little toggle switch. All right. There we go. No more rusty switch. There. Could do it without taking things apart. Great. So, now I'm going to try a little polish on this. This will be my test area for the polish, because I'm wondering if it'll stick in them letters and be a real pain to get out. We're going to try it though, because that's why we're here, folks, to try it out. All right, so we got this. And we got some Brasso. And I'm going to use this shop towel, which is extra. This will be a good buffing medium. Let's see what happens here. It's soaked it all up. It's the shop towel is doing its job, soaking up a mess. All right, let's wipe that off and see do you think? Is that different? I think it is. I think that looks a lot different. Wish I had more microfiber towels down here, but they get messy real quick, and they don't do what I like them to do anymore. They don't micro anymore. Okay, yeah, I'm convinced this will work. Yeah, nice. Okay, so let's do some polishing. Oops. I'm glad this stuff doesn't act like, oh yeah, we'll do it in here too. Glad this stuff doesn't act like a car wax. You know, it just gets in all your cracks, and it's like you spend the rest of the summer noticing little bits of car wax in the cracks of your car. Man, I like how this thing will just sit up like a dog here and just. Yeah, I could see it cutting through the grime that's been trapped in the paint. Kind of buffing out that oxidized layer. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work on this metal here, but I'm going to do it. Because why not? If I was wrong in assuming, well, then what are we doing here, folks? All right. So I don't need to buff the lens or the reflector, because that's just fine. I'm just gonna Windex that. Are we gonna put this back? I don't think so. I may put this with the other one, just because it's interesting. Okay, I'm going to clean up these surfaces here because there's steel wool dust everywhere, and we're dealing with lenses and optics and things like that, and I don't want to grit them up. So, we'll clean up our area here. Okay, so now let's get this polish off of here. See if it gives us any changes here. I knew it would do a little something with the aluminum. I didn't go crazy on it. By the way, this is a Firehand Super Baby sitting there keeping us company with some kerosene light. I like to say Super Baby is supervising my restoration. Let's see, then we got this. We can put that back on, can't we? I have no battery to put in there. Nice. Now it's on there the right way up. Very nice. All right, let me get a little linseed oil on this handle. Gonna leave it just like that. Oh, I almost started a fire there. Great. This is barely going to take a drop to do this whole thing. I'm just putting it on with this brush, and then I'll kind of wipe it in with a towel. Boy, I've been using this stuff on metal for so long that I forgot how nicely it brings out the wood grains. And I'm giving it a little extra pressure here, kind of giving it a little bit of a buffing. How about that? And we are coming together here, folks. This is going to be a great little thing to have on my shelf. All right, next. We're all clean here. We got optics. Of course, I'm very much overstating what we got going on here, but I don't want to get fingerprints all over stuff. So, okay. Okay, I'll put that off to the side and let that dry up. And then we'll do another cleaning on these lenses here. If you happen to be an employee or a former employee of Star Headlight and Lantern Company, and you made these things, tell me what you think the reason, well, you would know the reason for these frosty lenses. I'm assuming it is to diffuse the light to be more of a flood rather than a spot. I've always had a thing for spots. With three brothers, we all loved our flashlights, and we all would lay claim to whose flashlight shined the farthest. Okay, let me give this stuff a second because it's very humid out. I want to make sure that this stuff's all, make sure that the glass is all dry before I stack them on each other in here. And they were just stacked right on top of each other. I guess I'll put them back that way. Okay, be back in a sec. All right, so this was in there. This was right on top. And this ring was in there to hold everything down. There we go. We are secure. Actually, no. I did it wrong. This goes in. Then this. All right. I got it. All right. We are in place. Now, bulb. I wonder if these numbers indicate any kind of build date. The more I think about it, the more that I realize that they still make these things and they look almost identical. That these are, what I'm doing here is they're probably not as old as I thought they were. But I don't know. But either way, they're still freaking cool looking. All right. There it is. Now, I see this looks different because this was on the bottom. So whoever put it on would put it on the bottom. So that was knocking on stuff. All right, we're done with this beautiful looking thing that's going to look great on my shelf. So let's come on down here and take a look at it. And there it is. And you can see my other cool looking flashlight back there. That you'll see there's a video of me doing that. That was pretty cool. I bought that many months ago and then left it all dusty and beat up looking on my shelf. And one day I'm like, you know what? I'm going to fix that up like I did with this. All right, here's what we got. Does it look different? What do you think? I think it looks different. It's got a much better shine. I like the linseed oil on there. This looks great. This looks, I mean, it looked really dirty because there must have been dirt inside. I don't know. But here we are, and our little switch is all shined up. Aluminum, shined up nice. Okay, well, let me put Supervisor Baby back there, and we'll bring out, let's see, bring out the other one that I didn't work on. There we have it. Okay. So here it is. Star Headlight and Lantern Company. This one was built in Honeoye Falls, New York, as it states on the back. And that's it. That's it for this cleanup job. And I like it. I'm glad I did this, and I'll get back to the lanterns real soon. And folks, thank you so much. And as usual, don't you go change.